Hey Crusaders, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute since I've been able to actually make a video. I have been busy everywhere from Georgia to currently in Michigan to Virginia, West Virginia, but right now there is absolutely too much madness and craziness going on, and I just had to come on and just make this video. Again, I'm going to ask you to please share and subscribe to this channel. I really think you're going to enjoy this video. So let's just jump right into it. So I learned about this earlier today. I get to the hotel, turn on the TV, start flipping channels, and every channel you go to, it's everything about Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner, she's being released from Russia. Yay. So the Biden administration is so happy they got Brittney released. What are we giving up for Brittney? The most deadliest arms trader there probably was. Victor, I don't know his name, but anyway, arms trader for a basketball player. Yeah, that sounds like you made a really good deal there, Joe. But so every news channel you go to, they're just all over this story, and I mean, they're just acting like it's the best thing. And so they were actually talking about how Brittney's family's happy, Brittney's coaches are happy. You know who's not happy? Let's talk about Paul Whelan's family, who is not happy that he's still in Russia. Paul Whelan is a United States Marine, former Marine, but you know they say that once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. So, Paul Whelan was arrested 2018 in Russia for spying. And supposedly he was, the Russians arrested him for getting a list of Russian agents. But anyway, so the Biden administration had been trying to get Paul Whelan released as part of this deal with Brittney Griner, but for some reason, I guess at the last minute, it didn't go through. But, you know, I still think the Biden administration would much rather just have Brittney by herself and not get Paul released until later. Or they're talking about it being down the road, but they're still not trying. They're still not giving up on getting Paul out. Here's the thing about this. Let's compare Brittney Griner to Paul Whelan. Brittney Griner, black female. Remember, Joe Biden said, if you're not black, if you're not black if you don't vote for Joe Biden. That's what he said, his exact words. So Biden administration is doing absolutely nothing but pandering to their base with this Brittney Griner release. Brittney Griner is not only just a black female, she is also part of the alphabet gang. Yeah, the LGBTQ whatever. Brittney Griner's part of that. She's got a wife or whatever that. But anyway, so you've got Brittney Griner on one side, and then you've got Paul Whelan, white male, United States Marine, on the other side. Do you not see what's going on here? I mean, it's horrible. It is absolutely horrible. I still wish we could have sent LeBron James over, you know, but anyway, send him to Russia. But now that Brittney's released, hopefully she'll actually respect the American flag and respect her freedom a little bit more after the ordeal she just went through. But it's just infuriating that we've left a Marine over there and we've got Brittney Griner back. But we're also talking about the same administration who leaves billions of dollars worth of military equipment to the Taliban, and the next day after he does it, the Taliban's flying our Apache helicopters around with dead bodies of people who aided the United States hanging from those helicopters as they fly around the city. It's just absolutely maddening. And the thing about it is you would think that we would be tired of this by now, but we blew it, or the Republican Party blew it. Tuesday, of course, Herschel lost the Senate. I don't think we want to stop Biden. We have not tried. We blew this midterm election. They didn't help Herschel whatsoever, hardly, in the state of Georgia. You've got people like Mitch McConnell, who's more worried about keeping his congressional leadership roles than actually for us actually taking Congress or the Senate. You know, again, I said it in other videos, we get what we deserve by the candidates that we put up. And I don't think that we're taking this seriously. And for the next 2 years until the election, we better think about, if we can make it to 2024, we better think about doing something different as far as these elections go and putting up candidates that we can actually get elected. Because I'll tell you that right now, and I've said it before, I think the Democrats has taken this a lot more serious than what we're taking it. I was in Georgia the other day, and I just saw a handful of Run Herschel Run signs, and they were talking about. I saw Kellyanne Conway and someone else on Fox News talking about how the Republicans could have sent more people to Georgia to campaign for that runoff election, and they just didn't care. I mean, I think, like I said, you've got Mitch McConnell and some of the Republican leadership trying to figure out who's going to run the House and who's going to keep leadership roles. They just put the cart before the horse. You've got until January 3rd before everybody's sworn in, but you should have pulled out all stops to help Herschel. Republicans are going to get what they deserve as far as messing around, and that's just another thing. So another thing that's been in the news lately, and this is for all you ranchers, farmers, homesteaders, prepper, homestead life prepping. Add Tractor Supply to the list of woke organizations who think it's okay to send drag queens to family events. Yeah, you got that right. Tractor Supply. Down in Texas, Tractor Supply hosted an event. Drag queens came out. Dollar bills started coming out in front of kids. It was just a horrendous scene. And before you say it was an isolated event, no, it wasn't. You go to Tractor Supply's website, look at their mission statements, do a deep dive. Tractor Supply is okay with this woke and inclusiveness that all of these American corporations are going to. But I'll tell you something, and this is a question to all you farmers, ranchers, preppers, homesteaders. I think you want to buy your feed and supplies from a company that actually knows the difference between a bull and a cow, a steer and a heifer, or even a rooster and a hen, and have the decency and the sense to know that God did not make anything in between. So when it comes to farm and ranch and home supply, I think you probably ought to go with a different company. But we've got Orscheln's, you've got your Ace Hardwares, but Tractor Supply, I hope you go out of business. But anyway, guys, I just had to come on here and get this off my chest. Again, thank you for subscribing. Until next time, keep your armor on.